resistance is futile.
Boldly going where no show has gone before. This is the Week in Geek with David D. Squared, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. Broadcasting from the Gregory Ricks & Associates Wealth Management Studios, here's D. Squared.
Greetings, people of Earth! This is the Week in Geek. My mic is hot. Your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D Squared, along with
DJ
and
Skungy.
Alrighty, so let me lay out the show for you. We are guest-free today. I was supposed to have Ronda Rousey this week.
Ronda Rousey?
Ronda Rousey.
Former WWE Women's Champion and
Yes.
UFC Women's Champion?
And a medal winner in the Olympics for judo.
Oh.
Hadouken. And so she had a family emergency, and so I'm actually scheduled now to talk to her this Tuesday. So we'll have Ronda Rousey next week.
Awesome.
So, but tonight we are guest-free, but we've got a lot of stuff to talk about because there were some trailers that dropped that really probably should have just stayed wherever the hell they came from. And there's a lot of good movies out right now, so we're going to be talking about that. And also, the Saints preseason game is on right now, so if we seem distracted, well, now you know why. But first, let's do this. And now, your top nerd news stories from around the world, brought to you by the Viridian Tea Company. Find them on Etsy. And now, your top nerd news stories. All right, topping us off is you can follow us live on the Facebook page, The Week in Geek Radio Show on Facebook. We are streaming live, and if you look up in the top right-hand corner, you'll see Kraven the Hunter. I am so excited to see this trailer because I think it's gonna be super great and awesome and
not bad.
God help us. All right, here we go. Jesus.
My son, we are hunters. The greatest the world has ever known.
You know who that is, right?
Yeah, it's the
Russell
Crowe.
Russell Crowe. Are you not entertained by my accent?
No.
We are hunters, boy. This dude's nose. Look at this guy's nose. Jesus. All right, continue. Oh, the hunter is a myth. He spoke Russian?
Каждый сказки is правда.
Ounce of truth in every myth. Now look, watch, Skungy, you're missing it.
Yeah, in the neck.
So, the amount of blood just in this first little scene is kind of, I just want y'all to pay attention to the blood and the gore in this trailer. Because we've seen this trailer before, but we saw more of Russell Crowe last time. It was like, it's basically, I hate my father, and I'm gonna do whatever my father
Teen
doesn't
Angst,
want.
the film.
Right. So, but now this one, it seems that it hasn't been testing poorly. And also, sidebar to this trailer, you know what time it dropped, DJ?
What time?
3 a.m. in the morning.
Oh boy.
That's
That's the time that insomniacs and criminals are awake.
pretty much.
Who's next?
I heard the noise of thunder.
They did
The Johnny Cash is
wrong.
cool.
Yeah, but they did Johnny Cash
gangster?
wrong. Yes. Oh, blood. More blood.
A killer?
And I heard a voice,
Here we go. Watch
and
this.
behold,
In the
That's
face.
right, but all that's like there's blood going everywhere.
Yeah.
followed with him.
What is that, cat eyes or something?
Yes.
Or?
So we'll stop it again. Apparently, in a strange twist of fate and movie magic, now he somehow is imbued with the power of these animals that he kills or protects. I'm not sure which one it is. Like, he was just a good-ass hunter, you know?
Yeah.
He was just a good-ass hunter. Now they're giving him weird-ass powers, but we saw clips of this. Like, the very first one, that man trap, the bear trap that he cracked on the dude's head. Like, there wasn't that much blood. But now this new trailer comes out, and blood just everywhere. And then the dude gets split in half on a tree, blood everywhere. It's like they're like, we don't have any plot, but we got lots of extra blood because all the spirit stores are open.
Let me tell you why. Deadpool and Wolverine. Because it was so successful and it was so bloody. Marvel's like, hey, go ahead.
Blood will make the movie better.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's see. Let's continue because I'm pretty sure plot doesn't exist. Oh, he took off his
My
shirt.
son,
And he
There's your plot.
Yeah.
who to free.
That was weird. He takes off his shirt and he goes, "My son."
Ugh.
That was weird.
And who to blame.
There's an animal stronger than you can imagine.
On your arm will stand up.
Tell me about this hunter.
More blood.
Born in a summertime.
Once you're on his list, there's only one way off.
When the man comes around. When the man comes around.
It's Marvel. We have to have a corridor fighting scene.
Right, and Daredevil, you or not.
Some kind of code.
They'll be unjust.
Did I take the head off of that dude?
Whoever is righteous,
Hunting.
let him be righteous.
He's holding
Just like
a
my father.
helicopter back?
Wow, we've never seen that one
When the
before.
man comes around. When the man comes around.
Cool guys and look at explosions.
Embrace who you really are, son.
God, here comes Rhino. That's their big reveal, Rhino.
And you will become a legend.
When the man comes around.
So he's not in a suit. No, he changes
When the-
into.
So yeah, that's. All right, I'm going to say something controversial. I'm thinking the Amazing Spider-Man's Rhino might have been better.
No. Sorry. Okay, no. So I will say this. No. However, this isn't a very high bar. Like it's not. That's like maybe an inch or two off the ground. Maybe the Rhino from Amazing Spider-Man 2 is like on the ground. This is like at least above the ground.
He's on a
But no.
step stool.
Yeah,
he's
it's
on a step stool. It's like bronze, negative bronze, tin.
Yeah,
Rust. There's no gold and silver in this competition.
I am like so aggravated because once again they're doing that same thing that they've been doing with villains for a while. It seems like Kraven's the hero. You want to root for him. Why?
Yeah.
He's not. He's a villain.
Kraven's entire story is that he lives for the hunt. The reason that he's a Spider-Man villain is because he's like, oh, that dude in New York, that thing in New York City swinging around, that looks fun to
It's
hunt.
a
Let me go
perfect
kill it.
prey.
Yeah.
But no, we're sitting here going like, oh, you're fighting against your father, and we have to find something to connect with them.
Well,
why?
Because somebody has to go and kill all the dentists that are on safari that are trying to kill all the tigers and lions and bears. Oh my! Right? It's a morality tale. Damn it!
And I feel bad.
It's about killing dentists. That's what it's about.
I feel bad for Aaron Taylor Johnson, the main actor,
Dude,
the dude
I know
who
he
played
got all
Kick-Ass,
swole
and the
for it.
guy
Yeah.
from Bullet Train. I love him as an actor, and they definitely called him up, being like, "Hey, we're doing a Marvel movie. Would you like to join?" He's like, "Oh yeah," and then he called all his Marvel movie friends, like, "Hey, how'd you like doing it?" He's like, "Oh, it's a great experience. I got a lot of popularity from it. Got all this.
I can't wait
and
till it
then
comes out, and then he's
it's
like,
this,
"Aw,
and I feel bad because he looks cool in the movie and everything.
He does.
Like,
he does look like Kraven.
think
I will give it
the
that.
biggest problem, and I think you're right, Skungy. I can't believe those words just came out of my mouth. That he's not a villain. This isn't a villain story. Like give us a villain story. I mean, that's the whole reason that you like people, because they are villains. They don't always have to be redeemed. There doesn't have to be a redemption arc in a movie. There doesn't need to be. It could be a small little hump of a redemption arc where it's just like, okay, I no longer steal candy from babies, but I will shoot people in the face randomly in the street.
It's along that dilemma of, it's like, look, I get why they're doing what they're doing, but they're still villains.
They're trying to push way too into, I think, the Thanos mindset, where they try to make Thanos a really relatable villain, being like, oh, we had to put balance and everything. I think after Thanos, every villain has tried to be like way too much of a good side, just
which
make him
had
bad again.
nothing to do with the original way that Thanos did what he did for the love of death.
Exactly.
That is
In the
what he did. He
comics,
was
they
trying to
completely
make
changed
her
him.
love him. And she's like, I'm mad because there are more people alive now than there's ever been. Okay, done.
Yeah.
You love me. That's why that was his motive.
Love me. Why don't you love me? Well, all right. So wait, hold on. Let me bring this up, because the reason we started off with Kraven, and let me bring this up here, and then we're going to go here. And The Crow released a little tidbit of their movie. Now we've seen parts of this in the trailers before, but this is Eric Draven Goes to the Opera. And
if you're not watching a live stream, you should see DJ right now.
So we really hoped The Crow was going to be good.
And
No, we didn't.
We hoped.
We hoped it was. We hoped,
hoped.
like, whenever the reboot first initially got announced, we fingers crossed that it would be good.
Now, Skungy, I want you to sit back and watch this and imagine that you're like at the Sanger Theater watching the Book of Mormon. Let's just say you're watching a show.
You're in the seats in this.
You're in the seats watching the opera. All right.
Okay.
Oh, weirdo.
SoundCloud rapper.
Let's see. Okay, let's see what's going on. They're looking for Eric Draven in the opera house. They're singing.
Is that the Joker singing?
I don't know who Michael Caine ripoff guy is.
Oh my God.
But wait for it. You're watching the movie. You're watching the opera. You're watching the opera. Gunshots ring out in the lobby. Oh,
No.
And they're not in time with the movie.
No, yeah, I mean-
music. Oh, more gunshots ring out.
Nobody's.
Oh, more gunshots. There's blood and then black blood from the crow because he's dead.
That's disease.
Look,
What?
this is a long ass, drawn out. It's not a trailer. It's a clip of the movie. Now he's got a sword. Oh, wait, he's look, he broke his neck in time. But wait, it keeps going, Skungy. But let me just stop it here for a second. How many gunshots did we count? At least 10?
Too many.
10?
Too many.
All right, so we live in New Orleans. One gunshot's enough for us to be like, all right, we should probably duck.
Yeah, we should.
At least for the performance to be like,
Right.
what's going on?
Yeah, right. After the 9th or 10th one, it's like, okay, drive by. Maybe we should at least get down or evacuate the center.
And this is not some like area where the gunshots would not be heard. This is some big room where the gunshots would be echoing throughout the entire building.
The acoustics of this building are probably phenomenal.
If you clap, you will hear the clap for the next 5 seconds echoing. Like,
but wait, there's more. Here he comes marching up. 1, 2, 3, 4.
These are shotgun blasts.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 40, 41, 42, 33, 34, 35, 36. Oh, he died. Oh, no, he just sat down. He's tired from all the blood
He's
he didn't
playing
lose.
opossum.
Oh, yeah. Up. 39, 40, 41. Okay, and then it stops. Yay. Okay, so your thoughts, Skungy? would you get up from the movie at that point in the Sanger and be like, Leanne, pack your crap, we gotta go?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that by the second shot, once it's like, okay.
I mean, I'm making light of this, but the thing is that it snaps you out of reality. The immersiveness of the movie. Like, you've already suspended belief that a thing has come back from the dead to avenge itself and its lover. And okay, I can work with that premise. But then all of a sudden, we're at the opera and 48 gunshots ring out and nobody gets up. No,
you know what?
Old rich white people. They would be like, honey,
it's time to leave.
When I hear a gunshot, my head goes up.
Thinking about it as well, there are people looking specifically for this dude, trying to kill them. Like, keep that in mind. They're looking for a dude trying to kill them, and the sound of gunshots doesn't
and they
alarm
don't even
them.
get up or
And
anything
I'm
like that.
going to make the bold assumption that because he's the main character, he's going to get to said people to kill them. Like, they are not going to leave.
False start on the Saints. Who knew?
No, that was on
us.
I thought it was. It is on us.
It's on us. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's all of our starters are in. Way to go, Carr.
Here's what I have to say about it. That was in The Fifth Element. There's a scene in the theater in The Fifth Element. One shot. They shoot Pava Laguna. They shot the Pava Laguna. One shot. Everybody lost their minds.
I know.
One shot. Even Bruce Willis says, "What the hell is going on?"
Right. One shot and space opera gets canceled.
But
no.
He
not
unloads a legitimately like a belt-fed machine gun amount of ammo was unloaded, and everybody's like, "Oh, what a great dance!" I wonder what the interpretation on this one is.
And it's not even like the choreography for it was good. Like, he just, it was disappointing. Again, like, I rewatched the fight scene near the end of The Crow where it's like he's trying to get
in the
what's his name?
In the conference room.
The conference room, where he's trying to do that. It's like
so
classic
well done.
90s action, and it's awesome. And just seeing this, it makes me sad. SAD, sad.
So,
big frowny face from me.
What do Kraven and The Crow have in common with another movie that's out right now? What movie might that be? And any takers on what that third movie might be?
Borderlands.
Borderlands.
The
Ding,
compensating.
ding, ding. You win the Cupid doll. We'll talk about all that. And Alien Romulus. I went and saw it.
Okay.
Well, stick around on the other side of the break. I'm going to talk about it. I'm not going to spoil it, but I will tell you this. Get your ass in the theater and watch that movie. All right, this is The Week in Geek. The Saints, well, it's tied 0-0 preseason football in San Francisco. This is The Week in Geek with D Squared on News Talk 99.5 WRNO. 1 foot, drag the toe. Oh, love, they drag the toe. That's a catch. This is The Week in Geek.
For the 2024 season.
More powerful storms
The absence of El Nino.
With more major hurricanes.
means you'll need a more powerful source for life-saving information.
Be with us every step of the way.
During a hurricane, that weather app just won't cut it. Operation Stormwatch from News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
I need real-time storm updates.
To keep my family safe.
On air and on the free iHeartRadio app.
My severe weather station.
News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Hey, this is Jason Douglas. Actually, this is Beerus the Destroyer, and you're listening to The Weekend Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Welcome back in to The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D Squared, along with
DJ
and
Skungy.
And as always, we want to strongly urge you to check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Week in Geek, where we're streaming live right now. You can see Skungy's beautiful face. It's so beautiful.
Hey, it's no worse than yours.
And follow us on Twitter at Twig Radio and the Instagrams, The Week in Geek. And Skungy, how can people listen to the show? Because I did my job, so do it. Do it now.
All right, fine. If you missed any part of tonight's show, if you want to hear Dave yell at me again, you can always find us on Spreaker.com or download Spreaker for your smartphone or tablet. We're also on Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube's, iTunes, and the beautiful, wonderful iHeartRadio app with the candy-like red button.
Yes, you too can be a part of the show. You click that little red microphone button and leave us a 30-second message, just like our BBC correspondent. Be a part of the show. Download that free iHeartRadio app. Go to News Talk 99.5 WRNO and click that little red microphone button.
Well, hello there.
And you too can be a part of the show, just like this.
David Ford, BBC World Service here for the Joke Teller comic book. New from BC Comics. The Joke Teller threatens Emo City. Can Orphan Man stop him? Find out in BC Comics. This infringement has been brought to you by ChatGPT.
Next time, it could be you. Download that free iHeartRadio app, go to News Talk 99.5 WRNO, and click that little red microphone button.
Well, hello there.
Yes, you too can be a part of the show in Emo City. This infringement brought to you by ChatGPT.
Wow.
Well done, our BBC correspondent. And if you were watching the stream, our microphones are off. And I thought Brock Purdy threw an interception. And like we're losing our mind.
We suck.
Dude, all right, just a flashback to the Minneapolis, I can't even say it. The Minneapolis Miracle.
Yeah.
We were live on the air. Me and Brian were live in the studio, and we had the guys from the SFX house, that do makeup and
the ones who are in Baton Rouge, right?
Yes. And so the game's going on. Neither of them follow sports ball. Brian did not like sports ball, and the visual effects guys didn't pay attention to the Saints. We're in the damn playoffs.
Yeah.
We're in Minnesota.
Yeah, no, everyone knows the scenario.
Winning the freaking game, and we're live on the air. And like 7:10 or so, the miracle happens, and I turned my mic. I looked at Brian. I said, Brian, I'm going to go outside for now. I'm going to turn off my microphone. And I just walked out of the studio. And I screamed and I threw stuff off the third story. I was just beyond. And it's like, Brian had no clue. Eventually he comes around and he goes, are you coming back to the show? I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what is this real life?
I can't control my emotions right now on the air. It would be bad.
Only valid reaction.
And the no.
Do you know what? That was very adult of you, sir, because
I was going to curse. I mean, I had to leave the studio. It was bad. So thank God this is preseason and nobody really cares about it. All right, where were we? Oh, so Kraven and The Crow, what do they have in common? Probably they're going to have exactly the same commonality as Borderlands the movie.
I haven't seen it yet, and I'm so disappointed because I wanted it to succeed.
Well,
I think all of us did. I mean, I liked the trailer. The trailer looked great. I was kind of like, this looks really cool.
And with you having seen, I think you're in the same boat as I guess a lot of other people. I'm not gonna guess. I think I know a lot of other people haven't seen it because of the numbers. Does anybody have the numbers?
4 million.
Yeah, 4 million. I think it was over 100 million budget just for the movie, not including marketing.
120 million or something like that.
That's not including marketing either.
Yeah.
So they're a little undershooting.
$4 million.
It is. So what's amazing? So I did, full disclosure, I have not seen the movie.
Yeah.
You know, and so I do not like poo-pooing on movies that I haven't seen because sometimes it's unfair. You know, you've got a lot of people that you know, what do they call it? Bombing.
Review bombing.
Review bombing stuff. I mean, that's crappy. I hate those people. And I mean, I hate a lot of people, but I hate those people especially sometimes. But so I don't like talking bad about a movie I haven't seen. But when I went to the Hollywood Reporter and they took a giant list of like 12 other people that review movies, and all of them were like 1 star, 2 star. I think the highest they'd ever got was a 3, and that was somebody who was like tangentially related to the movie, had I don't know, just a friend in the movie. I mean, and the biggest takeaway, I think the most telling review was that, how did you get so many blockbuster big names to do a movie, but yet it was so lackluster and pointless and meaningless, and I think they used the word drivel.
I don't understand. I mean, the source material is, even though it's a looter shooter and it's very tongue-in-cheek, it has a very deep story
very
to
rich.
I mean, it's to explain the whole timeline, just like watching a YouTube video. It's like an hour-long YouTube video
documentary.
just to know what the timeline is of the game. But like you said, you had a blockbuster cast.
Yeah.
You know, you had a director who was an established Eli Roth.
I mean, maybe he should just stick to horror.
And it's like, how does this get messed up? And I figured it out.
Oh my God. Tell me how.
2 reasons.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Are you going to make a joke?
No, you switched You switched writers like 17 times, to the point that when these actors signed up for that movie, it is not the movie that they signed on for the original time. All right. And number 2, this is, much as I hate to say it, this movie is 10 years too late.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
That's a good take.
Because Borderlands was hot. By the time Borderlands 3 came out, there is a bit of fatigue there.
When did The Rock make the Doom movie? Remember the Doom?
Yeah.
I mean, that was like 20 years too late.
Yeah, and we know what happened with that one. God. Carl Urban's still washing the stink of that out of his clothes.
Carl Carl Urban has a horseshoe with a rabbit's foot attached to it, crammed firmly up his rectum. Damn near killed him.
Yeah.
And I mean, the movies that he's done, but I mean, oh my God, I mean, the winners.
Dredd.
I mean, Dredd. Oh my God, you and I watched that.
The Boys.
Oh, the Boys.
The Boys.
Star Trek, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I mean,
Star Trek. Yeah.
Oh God,
Thor. Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Yeah, Thor. Right. So yeah, we sidetracked on that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Squirrel.
So I look, and it's sad though, because I mean, it's like, these are the movies that we were, I would say, clamoring for years ago. You know, and now we're starting to get all this stuff, and I've kind of brought up superhero fatigue. I hate kind of bringing that up because there are stories to be told, you know, and redoing or reimagining stuff kind of leads me into this next thing, where Alien Romulus. So I went with your brother, you know, 11-year-old Dean, you know, well, hello there, and it's kind of a scary movie, but it's mostly jump scares, you know. So I brought him, and you know, it's, dude. Let me just say this, because it's going to be spoiler-free review for you, but it was a great freaking movie. I would urge you to go ahead and watch Aliens 2 at the very least. Watch Aliens 1.
And Aliens.
Yeah,
There's not 1 and 2.
Shut up, butthead. You know what I'm saying. Everybody knows what the freak I'm saying. I'm not saying Prometheus or Aliens 3 because we don't acknowledge Aliens 3. Yeah. Alien and Aliens, yes. Okay, so go back and watch Alien, and just look at the cast, because there's going to be a surprise just from that. And then in 2, you know, the Colonial Marines. And what's funny is when they bring out the pulse rifle, I look over to Dean. I'm like, that's a Nerf gun too. And he's like,
I need it.
And so, but here's the cool part, and I'll give you the premise. I mean, the premise is kind of out there, but you know, Weyland-Yutani Corporation. It's basically like what happens when you let corporations run amok and then buy planets. If we ever make
Disney
it out
of the future,
kind of, sorta. So, but all their cast members are actually contracted serfs, and you are indebted to the company. Kind of like I sold my soul to the company store.
Nice talking about turn of the century Russia. There you go.
So, what's cool though is that so they basically they owe their souls to the company store. So they're all trying to get off this planet because they're working there. This poor girl, the main character, she has enough hours to get off. They're like, oh well, sorry, we raised your quota. You'll be here for another 5 to 7 years. And so she has an out. It's dangerous, but she's like, screw it. You know, I'm going for it. And long story short, though, the ride starts as they get off their own little planet to go try to find some cryopods so they can go to another planet, because you know you have to have cryopods because everything's like 7 to 9 light years away and you got to sleep. So it all goes from there, but then it all snowballs and it all goes to hell in a handbasket. And let me just say, the jump scares and the face huggers, holy crap.
So here,
the face huggers were so awesome in this. It was great. I mean, like they ratcheted up the tension and the fear level, and it was great, dude. Like I really enjoyed the hell out of this movie, and it was fun, and it kept moving. And okay, what, you got a question?
Well, no, I'm just wondering, because I mean, it makes me feel like the original Alien. I always describe it as a haunted house in space. Is that what you would say that this is?
Yes, because oh my God, even Dean goes, this would make a cool haunted house to walk through. I'm like, yes, it would, because the aesthetic is still there from Alien and Aliens, where they've got these giant Commodore 64 type keyboards. Yeah. You know, it's not 8-bit bad graphics, but it's close to it. You know, and so it's really, really good. There's a character that you don't kind of, you know, I don't want to give anything away, but there's characters in there where it's just like, oh, okay, I see where this is going. But the final piece of it, and the main character, she is so like Ripley. Like, she is just like, I'm going to die. I'm just like, whatever. I'm just going to have to keep going, you know? And it's just that kind of, like, Ripley was a badass, you know? And she was like, no, I'm going to kill you, or I'm getting off this ship or whatever. Yeah. And this girl, there were scenes that the director did where it was not a ripoff of Aliens or Alien, but you could tell it was like he was framing it. So, like, you're watching it. If you've seen the movies, you're like, oh yeah, like you felt
inspired by.
Yes, you felt like you were watching it, but like it's like, wow. So it fit perfectly in between Alien and Aliens, you know, because it happens between Alien and Aliens.
Okay.
So it was great, dude. I mean, I can't recommend it enough. It's fun. It's a great fun movie.
I've been looking forward to it because I like that franchise. I have not seen Romulus yet, but I've seen. Like, I haven't seen Covenant yet. That's the only one I haven't really seen.
So, like Prometheus, I just couldn't get through it. It was just, I had trouble getting through it.
I dug it.
Yeah, I mean, but then the one that had Magneto,
that was
Covenant.
That was also Prometheus. He was in it.
Yeah, right. No, he was in it, but he was in another one, and I didn't dig those. I just you know. But the what I did dig is that. Basically, they even made a nod to AVP when he's like, oh, we might have found something that old man Weyland could have used to save his own life. You know? And I'm like, oh, PJ. And so we get home after the movie. So I crack open the Xbox and I go to Prime and I'm like, all right, here's the movies we need to watch now. We need to watch Alien. We need to watch Aliens. Then we got to watch AVP. And we watch the trailer for AVP. He's like, that looks dope. I'm like, I know, right? I'm like, we need to watch this. So now there's like another 12 movies on our list of crap we got to watch. So yeah, there's that. All right. So there's our silver lining for the crap that is out of the theaters and coming to theaters near you soon. Loud noises. All right, Saints are still 0-0. What a boring ass game. It's a preseason, you know. Yeah. I should be barbecuing right now.
Typically I grill for a Saints game.
Well, right, because that's how you got to get your muscles in shape for football season. You got to get that flip that burger right, make sure that sausage doesn't burn, get that chicken so it's still moist.
I make those jalapeno papas.
You mean make jalapeno? You don't buy them from the store?
No, we'll actually make them ourselves.
What?
Yeah.
All right. He never invites us. You notice that, DJ? Never invites us to his house.
Well,
one-way mofo. That's you, Skungy, the one-way guy. This is the Week in Geek with D Squared on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Now, from the Gregory Ricks and Associates Wealth Management Studios, this is News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Serving the Louisiana hobby and games community for over 12 years, Gopher Games has prided itself on offering the very best in personalized customer service, unique experience-based events, and premium amenities for our Gopher Academy members, such as after-hours private gaming space, full immersion RPG room, rotating board game library, and coming soon a video game arcade. So join the Gopher community at 4953 West Napoleon Avenue. For more info, go to gophergamesnola.com or the Gopher Discord. Gopher Games, where you got game.
Hello, this is Chris Walken. And if you've got a hankering for more cowbell, you can get it on The Week in Geek. Come on.
Welcome back in to The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host D Squared along with
DJ
and
Skungy.
All right, so during the break we were kind of chatting about a topic. Maybe we'll have to bring it up next week about successful video game movies and the translation from game to film.
Yeah.
And I mean, we got a few more coming out, but I mean, we're seeing the reboots or the sequels for like Beetlejuice.
Yes.
You know, so that looks great. I don't know. Yeah, that's a topic we'd have to research because we were just rattling off stuff during the break that are good, but then it's like maybe it's just Hollywood though too, because I mean, my God, some of these are total bombs. Like the first Transformers movies was just
They're still garbage.
Yeah, you know.
Michael Bay should be stopped at all cost. Please,
it's for the wrong generation. I feel like if Michael Bay Transformers came out today, like Dean generation, like. I feel like they just go crazy because it's just entertainment. It's just entertainment.
And Michael Bay used to be such a great director too.
Yeah. Sensory overload in that movie. I feel like would go perfect for that generation. I don't know.
So now, one of the things though, and I put these in the notes just for Skungy because I just love me some Skungy. There is a thing in the notes about a Muppet Vision 3D that I think it's going to go bye-bye. Does that make you happy or sad?
So.
Does that make you happy or sad?
Very sad. So Disney has announced that they're going to have a new Monsters, Inc. area with a brand new roller coaster, which sounds awesome because a roller coaster.
But where is it, Dwight? Where, Dwight? Where, Dwight?
I've seen that meme.
Where, Dwight?
I've seen that. So the rumor is that it's going to replace Muppet Vision 3D.
The cult classic of a experience.
But here is the thing why that is so important. They've already taken away like the store. The store is like been boarded up and everything like that. That is the last Muppet property that Jim Henson worked on before he passed. That is the last thing that he did.
Okay.
It was
so we erect a shrine and move on.
No. That man's vision and I'm sorry. I'm a Muppet fan. I will always be a Muppet fan, and that thing is still funny. I've seen it 100 times, and it's still poignant. It's still great.
Poignant. Ooh, nice.
All right.
Nice use of the word poignant.
All right. If you can sit there and still have, I know they're revamping them and everything like that, but if you could still have the people mover. You can still
but
have
it never works though. The people mover's always broken.
You can have the people mover. You can leave Muppets alone. Hashtag keep the Muppets in Disney.
One point that I think a lot of people overlook is the fact that Muppet Vision, it's just if you're not doing anything in the park and all the lines are really long, it's a great place to go do something fun and also get AC with practically no line. It's entertaining and it's fun.
Now,
Absolutely.
Well, last time you and I were there, it wasn't open. And I remember distinctly because we were both so freaking tired that we sat down at one of the little green tables and we're just like, I'm falling asleep. He's trying to charge his phone. We're wishing we were dead, basically.
You're like something, yeah.
So a normal day at Disney.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but instead of being burned alive outside by the boiling hot Orlando sun, we could have been enjoying a nice screening of Muppet Vision.
So yeah, the rumor is that that's where Monsters Inc. is going to be taken.
That's where Monster Inc. is going to go?
That's where the rumor is.
Can we play something?
My mind on my money on my mind.
I've heard this.
Sipping on
It's absolutely brilliant.
I can't play anymore because he starts cursing. Snoop Frog. Snoop
Froggy.
F-R-O-G-G in the house, baby. All right, so sorry. There we go. All right. So yeah, now where's Avatar Land going?
Avatars are in Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Yes, in Disneyland they're doing because they already have Avatar Land and Animal Kingdom.
Okay,
but so I'm guessing maybe somewhere in, if I had to guess, they might get rid of a Bugs Land.
They've already done that. That was Avengers Campus.
Okay.
That's where they put Avengers Campus. Yeah, whenever they brought the Deadpool for like the new people I brought out there, he makes all the jokes about Bugs Land.
Okay, I didn't know because they had an Avengers thing right next to Space Mountain in Disneyland.
So no, that's smaller. It's like Avengers Campus with the Spider-Man ride and everything.
Oh, okay.
On Bugs Land.
My question is, why the hell do people even give a rat's ass about Avatar? Why? I just don't know.
You know what? I've been to that land. I've been to the Avatar land. I've gone on both of the rides. I'll say this. It's pretty. It's cool at night. If you get to do it, go to Animal Kingdom at night and see Pandora because it glows and everything. But other than that, it really, I kind of think it's a big miss.
Yeah.
With Disney.
The only thing I've seen about it is that, like, technologically wise, like the animatronics and the ride vehicle itself it's just impressive.
The Rivers of Navi was beautiful.
It's beautiful and it's
boring.
impressive.
And see,
boring.
I think that's why I hate Avatar so much because it's like Star Wars sci-fi light. It's really because like. Little Henry. Remember Little Henry? God rest his soul up in heaven. Yeah. Like he loved him some Avatar. And like he was all psyched up. He's like, they're gonna make an Avatar 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5. I'm like, why? I'm like, why? And it's like they got these books about the world of Pandora. And it's just I'm like, Star Wars has like a whole known galaxy and unknown galaxy. Yeah. You can get the stats on all of it. Like why is this something you're like, oh my God.
They're tall and they're blue.
I don't get it. I don't get it. It's like it's like sci-fi for dumb people. That's what it is. And I'm sorry if you like Avatar and I'm kind of calling you dumb, but hopefully you like other cool science fiction because if your bar for sci-fi is Avatar, hit the bricks, baby. So I don't want nothing to do with you.
I think it's rose-colored glasses is what it is. It's because remember when Avatar first came out,
it was the military, hate the
no, not that.
America?
It was because it was the first big movie that went on the 3D kick again.
Oh God! Yeah, why that too?
So, but it really kicked off 3D again.
God.
Because of that,
James
for like the few years that it did kick it off.
Yeah, and it was so popular because of that, so people still think about that.
So when are these other movies coming out, DJ?
So Avatar 3, the next one, it got moved from, I think, the end of this year, but it's now going to release December 19th, 2025. All these got, by the way, pushed back a little bit. I don't have the original dates for most of them, but Avatar 4 is going to be December 21st of 2029, and Avatar 5 is all the way December 19th of 2031. These are dates that
Cameron's
sound like...
not going to be alive.
Exactly. These are dates that sound like I've seen it on like a cover of a video like Cyberpunk 2031. Like this seems so far in the future. Why are we announcing this right now?
I do not have the answer for that. But I do have the answer to his question about do you still plan on personally directing 4 and 5? And so apparently, yes, he is going to do it because his direct words were, sure, absolutely. I mean, they're going to have to stop me because I got plenty of energy. Hold on, I'm trying to move. I'm trying to multitask here, and I can't do it. There we go. I love doing it. I have the energy. Why would I not? And they're written, by the way. I just reread both of them about a month ago. They're cracking stories, Skungy. Cracking stories.
Cracking.
They're cracking stories. But wait, there's more. They've got to get made. Look, if I get hit by a bus and I'm in an iron lung, somebody else is going to do it. So if you're watching along on Facebook, you can look up at the bottom right screen. If you have $500,000 or $700,
you can buy
a diesel transit bus to go hit James Cameron with.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say this.
If everybody pitches
this
in
is the
$1,
work I go through for a joke. This is the work I go through.
I'm gonna put this out there. So he says they're already written.
Yeah, already written.
And
He's
they're
reread
cracking
them.
stories.
You know what? It was also already written.
The Bible.
The prequel trilogy.
Oh God.
That's all I got. That's all I got to say. So you know.
Damn, you don't bring Lucas and Cameron in the same
And I don't think
sentence.
Avatar
Come on
has
now.
the Clone Wars
Yeah, I don't think it does
carry
have,
it. To explain
Right?
everything.
Right. Oh my God. All right. So a diesel school bus is only $110,000.
Oh,
we could swing that.
School bus.
Hey, hold on.
You can hit 'em with
Gasoline
the
type
school
A
bus.
school bus, 90 to 95.
Dude, all we got to do is wait for the parish.
Next
of
con, we need a
Orleans
donation
Parish.
bucket for the bus, the
Oh
James
my God,
Cameron
yes,
bus.
the James Cameron bus.
The James Cameron bus fund.
Yes.
Yes.
We're gonna start a GoFundMe.
I'm gonna have to hashtag the podcast. Hashtag Cameron bus.
Cameron bus.
The Cam bus.
Please, he must be stopped.
He must be stopped. Build the time machine. Get on the Cameron bus, and God help us find him. And I don't know how much an iron lung costs, but you know we'll see.
I think there's only like one of them ever in the world now. I don't know. He'll find his way to it.
We got some more stuff coming up. I don't even know what.
Oh, squirrel.
Right. Yeah, I know. Hey, how are the Saints doing? I don't know. We're on commercial break. All right, this is the Weekend Geek with D Squared on News Talk. News Talk. You love that? News Talk.
This is news. This is actual news.
Wait, news. We're going to go try to find James Cameron and stop the future. All right, this is the Weekend Geek with D Squared on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Listen to WRNO on the iHeartRadio app. Sponsored by Dudley DeVosier Injury Lawyers. Call 444-4444.
That's 444-4444.
Non-attorney spokesperson Chad Dudley, New Orleans.
My name is Optimus Prime, and you are listening to the...
Starscream here, and you are listening to The Week in Geek. Call me Lord.
Welcome back in to The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D Squared, along with
DJ
and
Skungy.
And Taysom Hill just scored a touchdown. Tay-Tay, number 7 in your program guide, number 1 in your heart.
My wife just texted me, golden underwear activate.
Stop it. You're being mean. Don't make fun of his underwear. Jerk face.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All
It's
right,
true.
so shut up. Stop making fun of Taysom. All right, so, but in all seriousness, though, I want Jake Hayner, Mr. Glamour Shots himself. I want him to do well, but I also want Spencer Rattler to do well because I kind of want a Rattler jersey. That just sounds cool.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a
get
roller
one
coaster called the
made.
Rattler?
Yes.
Yeah,
just get
No,
one
but
made.
I'm not wearing a jersey of a bum. I'm wearing a Taysom jersey because Taysom is the golden god. You know, come on. I want Spencer Rattler to be good, and then I'll buy his jersey.
Not the first time and not the last time you wore a bum jersey.
What? Who? I've had Jimmy Graham and Drew Brees and Taysom. That's it. That's it.
Golden Graham?
Golden Graham.
T-Rex arms himself?
I hate your face. I'm going to punch you in it repeatedly. Dude, he changed the NFL rules because of his spiking the ball on the goalposts, all right? He is, you say that man's name with reverence.
No, I'm not. I am a reverend, so there you go.
All right, so this coming just in time for Halloween is take it away. What are you schmucks?
Oh, Retro. Okay, say Retro Realms has a brand new game called Halloween and Ash versus the Evil Dead. It is a good old fashioned side-scrolling beat-em-up brawler.
Yeah. And from the trailer, it seems like there's also gonna be like some big like boss fights as well, which I'm really looking forward to. And also at the end of the trailer, it gives you a little hint. I think it's gonna be 2 separate games. However, if you buy them together, there's a little hint that you may be able to cross over with them, and you get a little sneak peek of Ash walking to the Strode estate, and then Michael Myers walking up to the cabin.
Yeah.
And
and
I think if you pre-order, you get Laurie Strode, and I think it's somebody else. Who else?
What would happen if Jason read from the Necronomicon?
That would be a great fight.
I mean, can he even read?
Yeah, he can.
I thought he was kind of special.
Isn't he a mute? Yeah.
I thought he was special, and that's why they made fun of him. That's why nobody watched him, and he
But
died.
it had nothing
and
to
then
do with
mom
his
came and killed
ability
him.
to read.
We don't know that.
You're thinking of Jason. Jason.
Oh,
yeah.
Jason. My bad.
No, he dressed
Mike
up in a
Myers
Halloween costume
is
and killed a few
is
people as a
homicidal
kid.
maniac. He can read.
Yeah.
I guess he can. Yeah, he just
He can
chose not
drive
to talk
too.
Yeah, he can drive.
And he can teleport.
Yeah, apparently he can. But I really am excited because you've got all these games coming out that are based off of IP. So you have the new side-scrolling G.I. Joe. You've got the new G.I. Joe side-scrolling. You've got this one. I
can't remember my own kids' names.
You got a brand new Cobra Kai.
I remember that.
Side-scrolling beat 'em up coming out. That's in that retro vein.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of these 8-bit, 16-bit retro sprite games coming out, and it's just I'm really excited.
Well, and that leads into on Tuesday, Gamescom kicks off, and so they're looking to break some records with people there, and so I guess you normally break out your little handy-dandy book where you keep your phone numbers.
Because it hasn't started yet.
I know. I'm teasing for next week.
Next week I will have some stuff. I will tell you this though.
I welcome the radio.
Yeah, I will tell you this. I think that's a dumb thing to say about we're going to get it's going to be the biggest Gamescom. It's one of the only shows left. All right, E3's not happening anymore. So
I mean, can E3 come back?
I don't know.
I didn't think San Diego Comic-Con was going to come back, but my God, they came back in spades.
They did,
baby.
but here's the thing: E3, a lot of these companies are not America. They're not finding the return on investment on doing these big shows anymore.
That's why they're doing their own things.
They sit there, they do the virtual thing. Yeah, we're just going to have a small little thing, and we're going to stream it.
That's really what I thought was going to end up happening with everything, really.
But Gamescom is in Europe.
Oh, it's European?
Yeah,
European.
And they're I think they have a bigger kind of. I think it's going to grow.
Redneck with the mullet. I'm sorry, I get distracted. It's some San Francisco 49er loser.
So I think that Gamescom is just going to do nothing but grow. But yeah, it's growing because there's nothing else. There's really nothing else going on when it comes to these conventions. I mean, GameStop canceled their convention again this year, so they're not having their conference. They'll have it next year, but who knows?
Yeah. All right. Well, we only got about 2 minutes or so left. House of the Dragon. We've been meaning to review it for a long time. So I watched the final episode.
I did too.
I watched the 2-hour trailer for season 3.
Exactly.
So there you go. We have now officially recapped House of the Dragon.
You know what? They lost my faith again. It was like you had me all season, and then you did the same thing you did with Game of Thrones.
I got my mouth all worked up for orange juice, and who puts one sip of orange juice in the fridge? What's wrong with you? Got my lips all waiting for some orange juice. Got one sip.
For our younger viewers, where our younger viewers, that is from the most wonderful movie, Harlem Nights. But ask your parents' permission before you watch it.
You don't want to hit people with garbage cans. Now I got to cut you. All right, so let's. Ronda Rousey is our guest next week. You can follow us on Twitter at Twig Radio. The Instagram's The Weekend Geek. Download that free iHeartRadio app. Click that little red microphone button. Leave us a 30-second message on whether or not Skungy is a monster. We all know the answer. Whether or not James Cameron should or should not be hit by a bus. And if you like Borderlands, shoot, just
tell us why.
Yeah, tell me why.
Convince me.
Because Jack Black was funny. Maybe. Does that save the movie?
Because Kevin Hart played himself.
Oh my God, we didn't even talk about that. I think
that's an actual review.
People are complaining. Yeah, stop making Kevin Hart play himself. You've got Kill Hart. It's done. It's done. Kevin Hart's done. All right, so yeah, that's about it. Let's go, Saints. Woo, it's preseason. Who cares? All right, till next time. Keep your nerd flag raised high.
WRNO FM New Orleans, an iHeart radio station. Listen on the free iHeart Radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.